rather than H.
Next up, this has to be the showbiz shock of the week.
Bert from Sesame Street is gay.
Is it me, or is this detective suspicious about his colleague?
Will send out a strong message to any paedophile who's out there and has not been outed yet.
I'll tell you what, the award for slowest chair theft ever goes to...
Well, let's see if that's the end of the story. What I know is that I don't think this creates the secure funding base that universities need. I also don't think these proposals are fair, because when you look at the detail of these proposals...
And finally, the price of cheese has rocketed. Now, the big news this week was definitely this.
Suspicious packages bound for the United States have been found at the East Midlands Airport and in Dubai. Both packages came from Yemen.
As ever, the media tried to terrify us.
Terror alert.
Terror alert.
Terror threat.
Terrorism threat.
An international terror alert.
It was so hysterical, they even claimed Margaret Thatcher was a terror threat. It was all over the papers. The Sunday Times went with bomb ready to blow up aeroplane. The Mail, ink bombs built to explode in midair. What did the Sun go for? Monsters, Inc. God bless the Sun. If in doubt, load up the pun gun. That headline typifies our reaction. We're just not scared. The news was going, watch out, Britain, you're gonna die. And we went, oh, look, X Factor's on. Doesn't Wagner look like Meatloaf's sperm? The news kept referring to it as a sinister package. We're not children, just call it a bomb. A sinister package sounds like Linford Christie's drawn a goblin on his dick. So where was this sinister package?
This is the device found by Dubai police. It had been hidden in a printer with the explosive connected to an electrical circuit board and a mobile phone SIM card hidden inside the cartridge.
Apparently they put it in a printer because they thought no one would check. If you want to put it in a place nobody's going to check, surely put it in the pants of this guy. It'd work. You go through, mate, you go through. It's so depressing, isn't it? A few weeks ago, the entire world cheered as a load of miners were rescued, and now some idiot is trying to blow people up in the name of their God. If there is a God, does anyone else think it's about time he revealed himself and sorted this mess out?
Hey, everyone! Stop being dicks! You all want to be happy, and you're all going to die, so why don't you just enjoy yourselves? Hey, Ross, I couldn't see that clip of that mouse again, could I?
You got it, big guy. So, what was the other big news of the week?
More than 5,000 firefighters in the capital will strike tomorrow and for 2 further days, beginning on bonfire night, in protest against plans for a new shift system.
The firemen are planning to strike on bonfire night. You can't do that with people like this around.
Idea!
I'll tell you what, if you think you're a fussy eater, you've got nothing on Nicolas Cage.
So how does Nick Cage's dinner make him such a winner? Well, when it comes to his diet, it seems actor Nicolas Cage has an interesting way of deciding what's okay and what's not. That's right, Cage will only eat animals who have sex with dignity.
He'll only eat animals who have sex with dignity. How does an animal have sex with dignity? I can't imagine a badger lighting a scented candle. Darling, you will tell me if I'm going too rough. Sail away, sail away, sail away. I'll tell you what, right? If I was an animal, I'd be outside Cage's house deliberately having freaky sex so he doesn't eat me. Wouldn't you? Just a rabbit. Here he comes, Brian. Put your finger up my ass. Call me a bitch, Brian. Look at his eyes. Imagine that, just a cow in the field wearing nipple clamps. Oh, Cage! Cage! We're into all sorts, Mr. Cage! You should see our sex tape! 2 cows, 1 trough! Don't eat me, Mr. K! It's ridiculous! How could you even check? People think you're a bloody weirdo. Imagine Cage at a restaurant. Any questions about the menu, sir? Yeah, the chicken. Has it ever been teabagged? Oh, I'll go and have a look, Nicholas. Hello, Mr. Chicken. Have you ever had balls hit your face? No, I don't think so. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Staying in America, sometimes a story does all the work for you. Police receive a report of a newborn infant found in a trash can. Upon investigation, officers discover it was only a burrito. It's just that must have been an ugly kid, wasn't it? What does my baby look like? A bit like a Mexican snack. From America to Asia, Japanese commuters can now buy live crabs from a vending machine.
The machine was set up at a natural station. The crabs were sold at a price from about $1.5 to $7.5. More than 200 crabs were sold on average every day.
If some bloke came up to me and went, "I've got crabs from a vending machine," I'd be like, "You sick pervert! Next time, you wear a condom." "No, Russell, I ate them." You ate them after you shagged them? The worst thing about this story, the crabs are still alive when you buy them. A lot of people say it's fine because the crabs can't feel pain. That's not true. I've actually got audio of them inside the machine, and it is heartbreaking. Now, one of the strangest food stories of the week. Did you know you can now get married at McDonald's?
McWeddings are coming to 3 restaurants in Hong Kong. According to Reuters, prices for the McWeddings have not been released yet, but it appears that customers will be able to order relatively fancy McWeddings.
A fancy McWedding? I'd never get married at McDonald's. Nobody wants a vicar to point at their wife and go, "Oi, mate, do you want chips with that?" I mean, can you imagine the ceremony?
I now pronounce you McMahon and McWife. You may now place the ring on the bride's finger.
Nice one. You are married, babe.
And let us sing hymn number 472.
Da, 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 da. We're loving it.
Now, have you seen how the British Army are preparing for Afghanistan?
Residents of an East Devon village came face-to-face with armed Royal Marines today as part of a major training exercise organised by Lympstone Commando Centre.
They're training them for Afghanistan by taking them to Devon.
You're aware of our presence in the area? Absolutely. Okay, have you had any suspicious activity going on?
I seen a squirrel the other day holding some keys. I thought, why's he got keys? He ain't got a car, he ain't got a house. Maybe he's in charge of a squirrel prison. Why Devon? The only thing people in Devon terrorise is the beach. Check out my weapon of mass destruction! Have you been to Devon? It's a mad place. I once saw a man in Tiverton, right, trip whilst carrying a bag. Already funny. What fell out of his bag? A dildo? Could it get any better? Yeah, it hit a pigeon. Still, the soldiers are convinced it's going to work.
Really good experience for us, especially going on operations to maybe Afghanistan in the future.
Good experience? They're throwing bombs at us. That's nothing, mate. I once got hit by a pasty. Now, this series I've shown you Taliban monkeys and pigeon spies. This week, an old folks' home in America is getting a therapeutic visit from a horse.
When you think of therapy pets, you usually think of cuddly cats or dogs. Ponies are not what comes to mind. And even though no one can fit Samson in their laps, they still love when he visits.
Damn right they love it.
I like that horse.
He likes you, too.
He did?
He did.
You know, check us off, man. Won't check it off on nobody else.
Have you ever seen joy like that? I have no idea what she's saying, but she sure is happy.
Check us off, man. Won't check it off on nobody else.
Samson's really been putting it about. Look what he did to this old lady.
Ever been kissed like that before?
No. Never will again either.
Got off with her, the randy bastard. And how lovely is her response? She's basically saying, I've kissed a horse. I can die happy. It's incredible the effect that animals can have on humans. Mind you, some people get a bit too attached.
He loves me, doesn't he? You wouldn't get that off a man, would you?
No.
You've got something for that.
Yeah. This is Pat from Dagenham. It's safe to say Pat's a cat person.
A lot of women don't think a lot of men, to be quite honest with you, from what I've found out. Especially cat people. Because you have to have a special guy, don't you?
Special guy, strong, kind, romantic.
One that can put up with dirt trays all over the house.
What kind of creepy weirdo would put up with that? It's been a big week for American politics.
A wake-up call for President Obama. His Democrat Party have lost control of the House of Representatives after voters delivered a tough rebuke to his administration in the US midterm elections.
It's been a bad week for Obama. Sorry.
Mr. Long-legged Mac Daddy.
The US used to adore him. Now children can't even stay awake while he's talking.
Your success in life won't be determined just by what's given to you or what happens to you.
Obama's Democrats have been hit hard by a right-wing movement called the Tea Party.
These Tea Party people are a curious mix.
You say curious, I say mad.
Barack Obama is a tyrant.
I would vote for George W. Bush if he is barbecuing babies on the White House lawn.
I say death to the commies! You get it? Death to the commies! Are you a commie? Are you a commie? No. Then stay alive, else you be dead.
Stay alive, else you be dead. Mind you, if you think the voters are freaky, you should see some of the candidates. This bloke thinks he's a website.
I'm BasilMarceau.com.
You look a bit pissed, Basil. What are your policies?
Everyone can carry guns. If you kill someone, though, you get murdered. You go to jail.
If you get murdered, you go to jail? Anything else, Basil?
I would say to pledge allegiance to a republic in the morning when you come out, and we all pray to God and say amen, and everyone have a nice day.
Did you run out of things to say, Basil? Oh, have a nice day. My favourite reaction of the US midterm elections has to be Phil Davison. To say he's an intense public speaker would be something of an understatement.
My name is Phil Davison, and I am seeking our party's nomination for the position of Stark County Treasurer. I have been a Republican in times good, and I have been a Republican in times bad. So, Phil, what are your promises? If nominated tonight, I promise each and every person in this room I will hit the ground running, come out swinging, and end up winning.
This next bit is stunning. He attempts to quote Einstein, but it goes horribly wrong. Look out for his whimper.
Albert Einstein issued one of my most favorite quotes in the history of the spoken word, and it is as follows. In the middle of opportunity... opportunity. I'm going to repeat that so I have clarity tonight.
I could listen to that whimper for hours. Luckily, why not? Luckily, not everyone in America is a nutter. Comedian Jon Stewart held a rally to restore sanity. Thousands showed up. Many of them had fantastic signs. Number one threat to America, gay, Mexican, Muslim. Some people were confused. Is this the line for Justin Bieber tickets? And some were there just for a good time. I'm here for the gangbang! Now, have you seen the latest news about the Queen of Pop?
Madonna's almost as well known for her muscles as she is for her music, spending hours a day honing and toning that impressive physique.
The singer is planning to open a chain of gyms across the world, and she'll have her say on everything from the design to the music.
Why would you want to look like Madonna? Her arms are so white and veiny, she looks like a condom full of Stilton. She's so ripped. Most 50-year-old women don't need to be ripped. Then again, most 50-year-old women don't go to an African orphanage with a net. Madonna's gyms have promised first-class yoga facilities. Trouble is, yoga's not always that good for you.
Same thing on the other side. Arms out to the side, inhaling.
Let's be honest, the only reason anyone goes to the gym is to see things like this. Now, if you're thinking of going on holiday in America, watch out. There's a creature on the loose.
Spotted Bigfoot in Cleveland County, and this isn't the first time. The legend continues. One man in Kaiser says he encountered the mythic beast just last week.
A Bigfoot spotted? But who saw him? Was it a regular, everyday kind of guy, wears a suit, works in an office?
I come out here and rough talked him and run him off. And I said, get away from here. Get. And he went right back out that path again.
No, it's an alcoholic Hagrid.
Deputies filed a suspicious person report, and Tim is still recalling the details.
He looked like he had 6 fingers on each hand.
You look like you've got 6 fingers on each hand.
This thing was 10 foot tall. He had beautiful hair.
It's not Bigfoot. It sounds like he's just seen Peter Crouch in a hedge. I love that bit. He had beautiful hair. If you go down to the woods, you'll see a monster with GHD straighteners. Hello. Mind you, America's a bizarre place. The mayor of Lawndale is getting upset about the removal of garlic plants.
The city several years ago, they paid a lot of money to have these plants brought in and planted out here. And now they're considering paying tens of thousands of dollars to have these plants removed.
So, why is he upset?
The only reason why we ever had garlic put in was so we could keep the vampires out of town. And since we have had garlic, I haven't seen one single solitary vampire in town.
Now, this next story is unbelievable.
Take a look at this video we're about to show you. We see a woman holding her hand up to her ear and talking. There we go. And this has some people asking, did a time traveler get caught on camera in 1928?
No. And if she can, what a waste. She can travel through time. What'd she do? Check her voicemail. Can we have a look at that photo again, right? What I find most disturbing isn't the phone. There's a zebra in the middle of the high street. It's interesting, though. Makes you think, if I could travel back through time, I'd get up to all sorts. First, I'd visit my younger self. Here's a tip, Ross. Don't let your mum cut your hair. There's the first. It's cheap. Get her away from you, Russell. Then I'd go back and give my mum 50 quid so she could buy a bath. Let's get you in the sink. Let's wash you in the sink. Then I'd travel back and say, hey, Ross, it doesn't matter what face you pull, that's still a Nazi salute. Of course, I'm joking. If I could travel back in time, I'd do something for the good of mankind. I don't care that it would be a risk. I would make sure this atrocity never happened. Now, this is the part of the show I genuinely don't know anything about. There's going to be a mystery guest who's been in the news, and I have to figure out who that person is. So please welcome my mystery guest. Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Russell. What's your name?
Mimi.
Mimi. Excellent name. Do you want me to get on that one?
Oh, yeah.
OK, sweet.
You can probably go faster than me as well.
OK. I see that as a challenge. I'm going at 7, 8, 9, 10.
See, showing off now.
Yeah, why not? Let's really go for it. It'll be funny. According to this, I'm going 16 miles an hour. I'd suggest that's not true. Maybe I am. So, Mimi, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm known as Super Gran.
Lovely.
In the press. And I do a lot of running.
OK. What's the furthest you've ever run? I'm quite tired already.
In one go, 840 miles.
You ran 840 miles?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you hear that? It was a lovely gasp of excitement there. So, is that why you're in the news this week?
No.
OK, it's not. OK.
No, it isn't, no.
So I'm not close. You've done that, but there's another thing.
You are sort of close, but it's different.
OK.
But it has to do with the treadmill, obviously, because I'm standing on a treadmill.
Oh, I see, right. So have you run the furthest distance on a treadmill? So is that what it is? You've...
Oh, God, shit, it's gone faster, sorry.
Steady.
Something's going on.
I don't need you to... This could go horribly wrong, Mimi.
I'm going to stop it. I can't go any faster.
So is that what you've done? You've travelled the furthest?
The furthest distance covered on a treadmill by a female.
Wow, and how far is that?
I did 403.87 miles.
Wow, there you go. Again. And was that at a gym or was that at your house?
No, it has to be in a public arena, so I did it in a shopping centre. My husband said it was great because it's the only time I couldn't spend money.
Yeah. Presumably running that long. Have you ever done what's known in the business as a Paula Radcliffe?
I have.
You have?
I have, yeah, very embarrassing, but you have no choice.
You have no choice? What,
no, I did a race in the Arctic, a 352-mile race.
Yeah, but that's
in
fine,
the Arctic.
because there, you're just going to get maybe a seal go... Ugh. But
no, you have truckers.
Truckers?
Yeah, have you ever seen the Ice Road? You know, what's that programme, the ice truckers?
You'd have to be a really committed pervert to kind of wait in a truck for a lady to have a poo, wouldn't you?
No, because I checked, you see. You know, you see a trucker every 3 or 4 hours, and I thought that's fantastic, and I was desperate for a pee.
Yeah.
So I checked left and right, no truckers to be seen anywhere, so I took my sledge off, took my bum bag off, pulled my trousers down, into squat. Fantastic. But it was one of those moments when it just went on and on and on, and then suddenly there was a truck coming from the left and a truck coming from the right.
Imagine if they crashed. Wouldn't that be horrendous? If your wee had frozen, and then they could... What happened? No idea. Absolutely. Looks like they crashed because of frozen wee. Don't know what you're talking about there. And what's the strangest thing that's happened to you whilst you've been running?
Again, in the Arctic, hallucinations.
Right, OK.
Because you get so tired, your mind just plays tricks on you. So, you know, I had, on one occasion, I had soldiers all dressed in white in the trees, in skidoos with gas masks on, and I'd have monsters that would come up from the road, and then as you walk towards them, you know, they sort of disappear and elongate.
Yes.
And then I did see an elephant sitting on a bridge, and I knew at that stage that actually in the Arctic you get polar bears, don't you? So I knew it wasn't true.
How? But what if it was? That might be the weird thing.
I know.
It's like, that's definitely not an elephant. Why does nobody notice me? Nobody noticed me in Africa, that's why I moved here. Just for company. I really enjoyed that chat. It was lovely to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with your future escorts. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. My mystery guest. Tell mommy I'm sorry. This life is a party. I'm never growing up. Now, the big news in the music world this week was this.
Welcome on, Robert!
Take that, are going back on tour.
Hey, it wasn't just women who were excited. How quickly they turn. Take That are the biggest boy band ever. Thing is, though, they're not boys anymore, they're men. But you can't call them a man band, that sounds creepy. A man band sounds like something a pensioner needs to maintain an erection. I've lost me man band. What I find fascinating about Take That is their effect upon women.
How good does this feel to have this in your hands? I can't tell you, it's priceless. We love you, Take That! Howard, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Makes me feel young, don't they?
Makes me feel young. I tell you what, those gigs are going to be full of some horny mums. Their children will never have seen them like that. Oi, Robbie, you sexy bastard! I'd ride you like a train! Mom, what about Dad? Shut up! I'm going to live in a sex dungeon with Gary Barlow. Shut up! Oh, he's like a little gerbil, aren't you, Gary? I don't mind taking that. My favourite is Jason Orange. How can you not love a man who goes on a chat show and gives out masturbation tips?
We were a boy band, we didn't have sex, right?
Oh, very good.
If you sit down on your left arm for long enough, it feels like somebody else.
And if you put a man-band on it, you can go for hours. So, what else? Well, Justin Bieber's been back in the news.
Not content with just dominating the music industry, Justin Bieber wants to leave his mark on the world of perfumes.
Can you imagine what it smells like? Puberty. Who wants to smell like a 16-year-old boy? Are you after a floral scent? No, I want a smell of Xbox and masturbation. What I want to know, why is it always young celebs who bring out perfumes? Why not something for the older market? Do you know who I'd love to see bring out a perfume? Alan Titchmarsh. And if you're watching, Alan, I've already done you an advert.
It's the smell of a man who knows his way around a bush.
Sets on stalks.
A man who uses hose and likes to fork. Ode to Titchmarsh. From Alan's garden to your lady garden.
Now, this story highlights the work of a foundation that really does make dreams come true. Take a look at this.
This dream holiday is just the tonic for youngsters who've spent a lot of time in hospital. Jordan Harden from Wishaw in Lanarkshire went on the trip 2 years